Good morning. I'm Susan, President of Profit Finder Pro Software. Welcome to episode 7 of Morning Minutes. Today we're going to talk about numbers and volume of sales for self-generated, previous customers, or referral business, unpaid advertising. These are really helpful numbers to know when you're measuring sales rep performance. As marketers, many of us are of the opinion that we do not mind spending more to get a customer up front because if we take good care of that customer, they'll continue to take good care of us. In other words, they will tell their friends and neighbors about us, and they will come back to us when their own personal needs arise. Knowing this, it's easier to swallow some of the upfront costs of expensive advertising because the returns will hopefully last a customer lifetime. Once you start tracking your sales performance, you will see that the ones who are really building relationships are keeping in touch with their previous customers, even asking them to refer business, and really working that end of the business. On the other hand, you will also find there are those who just wait for paid leads to come in the door and are not too motivated to get out there and maintain those relationships, thereby receiving leads from previous advertising and customers. In our sales meetings at the end of each year, we go through the goals for next year. The company guarantees a certain number of paid advertising leads for each rep on a weekly basis, but not enough for them to meet their goals. This is intentional. We want them to be proactive and really work with their customers and current base to generate some lower cost and no cost sales. And as a side note, we'd rather give those leads that come in to new sales reps until they have a chance to build their own book of business. We also have certain expectations that when we give out paid leads, they need to keep the acquisition cost at a certain level. And if it goes above that level, then they need to generate more sales through either their previous customers, referrals, or by reworking their old and dead leads in order to offset the high cost of advertising and bring their costs down. When you've been tracking these numbers and compare them, you'll see that the self-generated, previous customers, and referral business have a much higher close rate than paid advertising cold leads. In most cases, the contract sizes are larger too. All that background work has already been done before, and there is a trust relationship, and your customers are willing to part with money. It's a natural that these are much better leads than the paid advertising. Many seasoned salespeople will not even want paid leads or calls that come into the office. In their minds, their chances of making the sale are less than if they go to someone they already know and have a relationship with. They'd rather spend their time on those leads, and it makes sense. Leads that come from paid advertising are a good way for a new salesperson, as I mentioned, to build a customer base. But the minute they get a customer, the good salespeople are working to maintain a standing relationship with those customers and are building their customer base in a warmer, more sure direction. And in the end, they will have to make a lot less calls for a lot more business when they're working with warmer leads. How about in your business? What's the ratio of sales that come from paid versus unpaid advertising? What are you doing to increase the percentages of sales for unpaid advertising? We always say, winners know their numbers. See you on episode 8.